Now, at Wolf-PAC, we are trying to get money out of politics, and we want an amendment to do that, a constitutional amendment. Every generation of Americans has amended the Constitution, except us, so let's get to it. And we did. Now, it's not an easy fight, and so last year in 2014, in the state of Connecticut, for example, we had no one to introduce our resolution. This is when other groups get depressed, and they go, oh, no, there's nobody to do it, and they go home. That's not what we do, so we mount it up. And we got some volunteers in Connecticut who did a wonderful job, and we got a resolution introduced this year in Connecticut. Well, it's very hard to pass it in the first year, but in the House we did, 77 to 64. It's amazing what happens when you try. Now, there were American heroes here. There were legislators in Connecticut who actually made this happen. We can try all we want, but legislators at the end of the day have to actually vote for it in each state. So Ed Jutilla in District 37 was our main sponsor. He was great. I'm going to show you a great speech he had in just a little bit. And then you had Matt Lesser in District 100. Majority Leader Representative Joe Arosimowicz was just fantastic. He was really terrific in getting it introduced and pushing it, because there's a ton of bills, and that wound up being an issue in the Senate that I'll tell you about in a second. But at one more, Speaker of the House, Brendan Sharkey from District 88, was fantastic. I tell you all those names because there's all these bills that they need to consider, hundreds of bills. And you have to prioritize. And these guys said, hey, listen, is there anything more important than getting our democracy back? To have free and fair elections. If we don't have free and fair elections on the national level, then what are we wasting our time for? You know, we can fight 100 different fights at the same time, but we're not getting anywhere at the national level because they're not listening to anyone. All they're doing is listening to their donors, and those congressmen and at the state level are absolutely right. And what did I tell you? I've told you 1,000 times. Democracy does still live, but at the state level. You know, one guy came in among all of our volunteers, had maybe a little bit more effect, and he didn't have to, and this was back when he wasn't running for president or anything along those lines. And he does this all the time in states. He goes and talks to legislators and says, hey, here's a situation in terms of a convention, what the upsides are, what the downsides are, why you need the amendment, why there's a pressing issue. His name is Larry Lessig. He happens to be running for president now, but he does this on a regular basis. That's why he's the godfather of the movement, because he actually cares. He desperately wants to get money out of politics, whether it's through helping other organizations like Wolf-PAC, and he helps many other progressive organizations try to get money out of politics in 18 different ways. Now, I want to go to the actual legislators in Connecticut, though, because I thought their words are powerful. Now, a lot of people are sitting at home depressed. Oh, you know, 96% of Americans think that, yes, money has a corrupting influence on politics, but 91% think there's nothing you can do about it. I told you, just last year, we had no organization in Connecticut at all. We had no prayer, and of course, every time we go into a state, people say it's hopeless, you have no chance, right? And yet, it turns out legislators can be convinced. And listen to Representative Ed Jutilla making a great speech on the floor of the House in Connecticut.
Mr. Speaker, we had substantial testimony in support of this resolution during the public hearing and no opposition to it. So why do we need to take this extraordinary action? Well, no less than the need to reclaim our representative democracy and restore free and fair elections. This is our way to speak with a loud voice for campaign finance reform at the federal level. There's too much at stake to sit idly by. We must do everything in our power to restore our representative democracy in America. Mr. Speaker, this is not a Democratic or a Republican issue, liberal or conservative. It's an American issue. The Constitution has been amended 27 times and at least once by each generation of Americans. Our time has arrived. Let's take action now. Get back to an election process that's fair and that works for all Americans, not just for the wealthy and powerful.
Now, a lot of times, more established groups in Washington look at Wolf-PAC and go, oh, you young kids, you'll never make any difference. Now, there is a legislator who's been at it for quite some time, and he says, I am your cavalry. I can vote on this, and at the state level, we can call for a convention, so you don't need Washington at all. They don't want to get money out of politics, we'll make them do it, okay? We'll go to a convention. We'll get that amendment whether Washington likes it or not. You think you can't make a difference? Look at that legislator, okay? Yes, there are strong and brave people throughout the country who will vote our way, but we got to make our case. I'm going to give you one more. Representative Jonathan Steinberg in Connecticut.
Drowning out less well-financed voices. That's not, to my mind, free speech. It sounds like paid speech to me. So I'm very open-minded to what we're trying to accomplish here. I feel very frustrated that the Supreme Court decision in Citizens United, which I would differ from some of the others who have spoken today, I find that to be an egregious decision which tortured legal precedent in the history of the Supreme Court. I think they had to turn themselves into pretzels to justify what they've done here. So I'm very open-minded to anything that would give us the prospect of taking back our country and getting money out of politics in this fashion. To my mind, even when you make a reasonable argument and you take it to the extreme, it becomes the definition of farce. And that's what I think our electoral politics have become here.
See, it's not just us. They agree with us, but we got to work hard to make it happen. The reason I gave you that speech is because Representative Steinberg made a great little turn of phrase there that I loved and I'll borrow going forward. He said, I don't call this free speech, I call this paid speech. That's exactly what it is. It's not free speech when the Koch brothers or the unions or anyone pours in billions of dollars into campaigns. It's paid speech. That's exactly what it is. So, look, here are the great volunteers in Connecticut that got it this far. Co-leaders Frederick Breslow and KJ Johnson. These are people who took time out of their lives to go fight for this issue. And look at the results they got. Mike Donnelly, then Suzanne P., Christian P., Matthew P., Ben Martin, Mike Rhino, and Eben Stewart. So these guys, in my mind, are all American heroes. And now you say, hey, good, we got Connecticut on the board. No, we don't. We passed the House, but in the Senate, we ran out of time. So this is politics, and this is normal, okay? This doesn't happen overnight. And if you get depressed by that because, oh, golly gee, the Senate in Connecticut had too many priorities, you pack up, you go home, you'll never get anything done, okay? Our guys are warriors. We never give up, okay? They told us to give up in the beginning. We didn't. We got the House. You think we're not going to get the Senate next year? Come join us. Be part of a winning team. You got all these guys fighting in Connecticut. Fight along with them. You can win in Connecticut, and you can put Connecticut on the board next year. Okay, so if you have a setback, what do? You fight harder, okay? Look at all that we've already accomplished. We can accomplish so much more, but we've got to stay together. It doesn't take millions of people. It just takes a dedicated group of guys and girls who do wonderful work together to be able to do it. Be part of that winning team. When they won in the House, you know how good it felt after all the doubters and the naysayers and the haters were like, oh, it's just 5, 6 people, you think you get this passed? What, Jutilla, what is this? How did you win that vote in the House? Well, we're going to go win it in the Senate. So wolf-pac.com. Come and be part of real change.